Good afternoon, everyone. We're ready to begin. Welcome to the 8th Annual Veterans Day event in Carefree at the Sanderson Lincoln Pavilion. I'm John Crane, the Vice Mayor of Carefree, and thank you for joining us for an afternoon of memories and music as we honor our veterans. We invite you to enjoy the coffee, tea, and hot chocolate right over here underneath the Carefree Coffee Roastery sign. The drinks are provided by the Carefree Kiwanis Club. The Venture Scout Crew 2015 is helping provide the service. The coffee is donated by the Carefree Coffee Roastery, and we have delicious cookies from the Black Mountain chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. So please help yourself and enjoy. We're also grateful for a local Cub Scout troop, which is here with us today. These boys are from Den 6, Pack 603. They are chartered. Their chartering organization is the Desert Hills Presbyterian Church. And the Cub Scout leader is Natalie Bilick, a veteran herself, who served 12 years in the U.S. Air Force, both in the reserves and in active duty. So she left the Air Force as a major. And one of her stations was in Korea at the 8th Medical Group at Kunsan Air Base in the Republic of Korea. Today we pay tribute to our veterans and their families for their dedication, courage, and many sacrifices. Over the past few weeks, we have all been inundated with polls. But there is one Gallup poll that I came across earlier this year that I think is relevant and my instinct tells me is correct. So Gallup found that in general, Americans have lost faith in many of our institutions, whether it's our national government or churches or professions such as accountants, doctors, or lawyers. But there is one profession and one institution in which Americans continue to hold in high regard, and that is our military, and those who have served and those who are serving. So I think that's a very positive note for a period of time when there's a lot of questioning. And I think this respect that people, or Americans, hold for our military goes beyond those who serve. It includes the families. So it includes the families of the soldiers, airmen, sailors, and Marines. They all share the same sense of duty and values that all Americans share. So we're honored to have all of you here with us today. Every American owes you, the vets, and their families a huge debt. And that includes the families of those who serve in the reserves, who go about their daily lives not knowing when they will be called to service. And I would like to introduce today a special guest who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, Colonel John Thurston, U.S. Army retired. Colonel Thurston, a graduate of Ohio University, served on active duty 1961 to 63 as an ordnance officer. He was called back on active duty in 1985 as a transportation officer. Colonel Thurston served 28 years in the U.S. Army Reserve, holding platoon, company, battalion, and division command assignments in transportation and ordnance. While in the reserves, he worked 42 years for Caterpillar, holding various management assignments. Colonel Thurston and his wife, Mary Kay, retired to Carefree in 2005. He currently serves as Vice President of the Board of Directors for the Homeless ID Project of Phoenix, whose unique and sole mission is to help homeless men, women, and children rebuild their lives by securing identification papers. Last year, they secured IDs for 5,600 homeless in Phoenix, Arizona. Colors today will be presented by the Cesar Chavez Jr. ROTC Color Guard, all the way from Levine. So please rise for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and singing of our national anthem. Colonel Thurston, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Customary, please have your right hand over your heart. Those of you who are civilians, those who are military are authorized to render the hand salute should you choose. Please say with me, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Colonel. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by a talented trio of vocalists Anika, Alex, and Gabby Arias of Cactus Shadows High School.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight
Inwards. Face. Left. Face. Forward. March. Left. Left.
Please be seated. Well, that was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Thank you very much. And the Cesar Chavez Jr. ROTC Color Guard came to join us all the way from Levine and spend their Veterans Day afternoon with us. They did a great job, and it's an honor to have them here with us. So I would like to introduce the Color Guard. They're commanded by Cadet Second Lieutenant Susan Galaviz and assisted by Cadet Sergeant First Class Cassandra Cole, Cadet Second Lieutenant Frankie Bustamante, Cadet Sergeant Yanova Carrillo, Cadet Private First Class Kiana McWaters. Their Army instructor is Sergeant First Class Thomas Merrill, U.S. Army retired. He started his career as a Marine and then became a U.S. Army Cavalry Scout. His deployments include Desert Shield, Desert Storm, in support of Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan, with the 33rd Infantry Brigade Combat Team as part of the Combined Joint Task Force Phoenix 8. So again, please give these young men and women a loud round of applause.